To all our Emperor Club members, welcome back. I'm in the warehouse today because it's all hands on deck. It's a crazy month. We get to October and then we're in the mad run to Christmas. And of course, there's been so many events. I've had my 20-year anniversary celebrations all across Australia. So we are filming in-house today and I am pretty darn excited about this month's lineup. And I have to say that personally, when I'm drinking champagne, I tend to lean towards more Chardonnay dominant champagnes. I'm a bit of a Blanc de Blanc girl. However, when Pinot is good, it's really goddamn good. And it's good this month. And the topic of this month is looking at the many facets of Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is one of the two noble grape varietals. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, with the third grape that's grown most commonly being Meunier. We're only looking at the two noble grapes today in both of these cuvées that are coming out to you, our lovers and our connoisseurs. They're almost identical in their composition, in their dosage, in their cepage, but we're looking at two Grand Cru sites, both of them located in the Montagne de Reims, which is a sub-region of Champagne. We've got a couple of sub-regions of Champagne. The Montagne de Reims, as it sounds, is a mountain. Admittedly, it's a little mountain with a forest running across the top. But what we're doing is diving a little bit deeper into how Pinot Noir presents when it's presented in the bottle in almost exactly the same way, exactly the same reserve wines, exactly the same dosage, but then looking at how these two different plots, these two different cru, a cru meaning a village, will present in the wines. So for all of our lovers, we have Paul Bara coming out to you. I have to say that I started my life with Paul Bara. My first experience was with the vintage champagnes. And I remember trying the 09 for the first time and thinking, wow, this is super impressive. Really opulent, very generous, a lot going on, a lot of layers. And then I thought, you know what? I've started at the vintage. It's normally the other way around. I'll come down to what is known to be their Brut Reserve, their entry level, but this champagne is by no means an entry level champagne. So what we've got in here, 80% Pinot, 20% Chardonnay. It's coming from Bouzy, full malolactic fermentation, 7 grams of dosage, about 30% reserve wines to add a little bit of generosity to the house. So the Maison, family owned, still is going back to 1833. This family are really committed to the region of Bouzy, which is one of the more well-known and prestigious Pinot Noir dominant regions within Champagne. And Paul Bara, the founder of the house, even writing quite a lot on the region of Bouzy. So very well-known family within the region of Bouzy. I love this particular wine because of its opulence and its generosity. And the reason that I've chosen these two Grand Cru is to show you different aspects. So Paul Bara, for all our lovers, and new back to Australia, new to Emperor Champagne, is the house of Mailly, which is coming out to all of our connoisseurs. So Grand Cru, what is it? So the Échelle de Cru ranking system, which essentially is a team of geologists, a team of scientists who have gone out and ranked all the vineyard sites within Champagne. Grand Cru being the highest ranking cru meaning village, as I said before, Premier Cru and other cru. So we've got some Pinot Noir dominant cru, and Mailly is a house that was founded in 1911. It is actually a cooperative. And what that means is that you had a group of growers that didn't have enough capital necessarily, because the production of champagne is supremely expensive. If you think about the price of land, the pressing facility, the aging, the cellars, everything that is required to produce a sparkling wine of this caliber is a huge investment. So the former founder of the house, Gabriel Simon, started the house, pulled together the local growers. He was a former engineer, and in actual fact, he was quite instrumental in digging out the trenches during World War I. So a very important man in Champagne's history. He built a production facility really focusing on gravity. What I love about the transition of this house going through to modern day is still a real integrity in the way that they make wines. These guys have supreme quality. They've got quite a few plots. They've got 24 Lieu D within the Mailly region. So a Lieu D is what they've demarcated to be a single site. And each of these sites have a slightly different aspect, a slightly different subterroir, you know, whether it's their aspect to the vine, whether it's the slight changes in subsoil, the direction that it faces. When you're in Mailly, you've actually got vineyard plots that look in all four directions. Whereas here in Paul Bara's vineyards, we have south-facing slopes. So you get more ripeness, you get more sunshine, you get more generosity, and that's what you're getting on the wine. When we look at the vineyards of Bouzy, we get more ample fruit, we get opulence, we get elegance. Whereas when you're looking at the Pinot Noir coming from the region of Mailly, you're getting more saline, precise nuances. So slightly more mineral and slightly more saline. So it's very interesting to look at almost exactly the same cepage, so the same split of fruit, Pinot Noir versus Chardonnay, same reserve, same dosage, almost the same aging and wine techniques, but looking at two wines with different nuances. I think this is really where the benefit of being at the connoisseur level of the club comes into play. And if you can, drink them side by side or one after the other. And of course, you've all got the Emperor Champagne glasses. And this is where a wine of this generosity and caliber is going to show you its most potential. Remember, folks at home, that if you don't have this shaped glass, use a burgundy glass or a white wine glass or something that's got a bit of a bulb. I'm never pouring beyond the widest point of the glass. The color in the wine is almost identical. The size of the bead is almost identical. In the Bara, you've got more cherry, more spice. It's very opulent, it's very generous, toasted nuts, very round, a beautiful long vinous finish, really showing the power of Bouzy fruit, and that aspect to the sun, that south-facing vineyard is giving you this really ample generosity in the wine. The Mailly wine, also incredible. You've got slightly more Lieu D, more plots that have been blended into the mix. You have beautiful, bright fruit. You've still got saline quality. You've got some generosity, but on the palate, it's a little more linear, it's a little more racy, whereas the Bara is a little more round. It's amazing how a slight difference in either aspect to the sun, a slight difference in subterroir, same grape varietals, same winemaking technique. And people always say to me, you know, why do I like a certain champagne, or why would I compare one champagne to another? It really does come down to vineyard site, the technical ability of the winemaker. Both of these houses have gone from generation to generation, and both of them have amazing parcels of fruit with a lot of pedigree and a lot of history. This month, looking at the power of Pinot, looking at the many facets of Pinot. As I said, I put my hand up, I'm a little bit guilty. I tend to drink Chardonnay dominant champagnes, but when the wines are this good, when Pinot Noir is really singing, it's at its best. Sometimes when I look at a Blanc de Noir, so a champagne that's made only from the Pinot Noir, only from the Pinot Meunier, it can be a little bit one-dimensional. Chardonnay brings a little bit of elegance and finesse to the wines, but I tell you what, these are both outstanding champagnes. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did this month. And very exciting, our container. The next one is finally arriving next month, and we have 6 champagnes that have never been in Australia before. So club members, look out for next month. We've got some exciting champagnes on the horizon. Hope you enjoyed this month's champagnes, Pinot Noir and its many facets.